evening, viewers, and welcome to the news. A look at the headlines. Prime Minister Modi hosts UAE Crown Prince Sheikh Khaled in New Delhi. Government to take action on Meghalaya's literacy challenge. Health Ministry reports suspected Mpox case, patient stable and isolated. Minister Paul Lyngdoh unveils mural celebrating Meghalaya's culture. And Khasi Tourist Taxi Association protests over government neglect. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a delegation-level talks with Sheikh Khaled bin Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi, in New Delhi today. Sheikh Khaled, on his first visit to India as Crown Prince, arrived last evening. Discussions focused on enhancing bilateral relations between India and the UAE. The Crown Prince is also scheduled to visit Rajghat to pay tribute to Mahatma Gandhi and meet President Draupadi Murmu. His visit aims to strengthen India-UAE relations and explore new partnership opportunities. Meghalaya faces a literacy crisis with 25% of its population illiterate and a stagnant literacy rate of 74.43%, according to the 2011 census. Male literacy is 76% and female literacy is 72.89%. The East Khasi Hills district leads with a 84.70% literacy rate, while Garo Hills and Jaintia Hills lag behind. Education Minister Rakham A. Sangma has vowed to address the issue, focusing on improving literacy rates and tackling a high dropout rate of 21.7% in classes 9 and 10. To combat these challenges, the government is implementing measures such as twice-yearly board exams and remedial classes under the CM Impact program.
And we will definitely find out the way. This about 74.13 something, if I'm not wrong. So we are above 1% above the national average in terms of literacy. But in terms of district-wise, we are the barriers that vary from district to district. Some district is far better than some, because but as an average that we come to that stage now.
A young male patient who recently travelled from outside the country, currently experiencing Mpox transmission, has been identified as a suspected case of Mpox. Health Ministry informed that the patient has been isolated in a designated hospital and samples from the patient are being tested to confirm the presence of Mpox. The patient is currently stable. The ministry further said that the case is being managed in line with established protocols and contact tracing is ongoing to identify potential sources and assess the impact within the country. The ministry assured that the country is fully prepared to deal with such isolated travel-related cases.
हम आउटलाइन नहीं करते होंगे कुछ केसेस मैनेज करेंगे उनको जैसे पिछली दिस डिजीज स्प्रेड्स फ्रॉम स्किन टू स्किन कॉन्टैक्ट एंड आल्सो थ्रू सेक्सुअल exposure to the bed sheets of the infected patient could also be a problem. Incubation period is generally 5 to 21 days. Initial small illness, brief illness of fever followed by rashes on the hands, on the face, in the genital areas. These rashes, they become vesicles and pustules. और ये illness generally self-limiting होती है, आमतौर पे treatment की ज़रूरत नहीं होती है, and within about 3 to 4 weeks it becomes normal. कुछ cases में complications हो सकते हैं. These complications can be pneumonias, infections of the skin lesions causing septicemia, and deaths have been reported.
Minister of Textiles Paul Lyngdoh unveiled a vibrant mural at the Directorate of Sericulture and Weaving Office in Lashimere today, marking a milestone in the Donate a Wall project. Supported by the Government of Meghalaya, Start India, Asian Paints and the Textiles Department, the mural by artist Siddharth Gohil depicts a woman weaving a traditional dress, highlighting Meghalaya's cultural heritage. Lyngdoh praised the project for showcasing the state's identity and called for enhanced cleanliness practices, expressing gratitude to all involved in the initiative.
I immediately recall Pink Floyd, another brick in the walls, that today we have another mural on the walls. And I think we will go on painting, if not painting our town red, at least paint it with a lot of colors, make our city attractive and graduate beyond what we normally see in government offices.
The All Khasi Meghalaya Tourist Taxi Association has initiated a protest across Meghalaya by displaying black flags on commercial vehicles, including in Kandailat and Shillong, to demand government actions on their grievances. Running until September 14th, the peaceful protest aims to restrict the entry of out-of-state tourist vehicles and highlights the government's lack of response to their issues. Association President Ricaldinus Dotling warned of potential further actions if the government's inaction continues.
Ni mentang nginum sap su nginum ong su bagin bu city la ning pen bu sibu ya tak city a license hausin yang ong ipi kalau ngim don por kalau be kesan bakal yang ke sokar bakal di ke don kam ban bu kono ko sinam ta jung iki nong ilam beper ke di bron ke district banginuan haju ke por bagin lara ke sokar ke kap ke kredit.
Reo College celebrated its 40th Foundation Day today, honoring the late R.I. Masharing, the college's founding principal, on his death anniversary. The event, held on campus, featured cultural performances by students and was attended by Nongpo MLA Mural Siem, who was the chief guest, along with the E.C. Benny, principal of Reo College faculty and students. Siem lauded Masharing's pivotal role in the college's development and expressed hope that his legacy will continue to inspire the institution.
Kalau ni yang besar, kalau ni yang kalau ni itu, kalau ni yang baru, genre ini mesti kita ini susu, ini contribution kepada ini besar itu kita ni.
The Presbyterian Church of India officially inaugurated the KJP Synod Padang at Windermere, Shillong yesterday. Previously established as a provisional synod after the Synod Mingi and Sepngi, the KJP Synod Padang has now been fully constituted following the development of detailed plans and modalities by the PCI. The headquarters for the Synod Padang will be located in Umpernai.
Reverend SS Madao, 55 square feet at Umpernai.
The District Legal Services Authority DLSA West Khasi Hills hosted a legal awareness program today at the Mauklam Nongpadang Dorbar Hall. Chief Judicial Magistrate and DLSA Secretary DM KS Shadab attended as the chief guest, joined by the village leaders, teachers, SHGs, ASHA workers, Anganwadi staff and local students and others. The program focused on educating participants about legal rights and responsibilities, covering the POCSO Act, Juvenile Justice Act, issues related to early child marriage and the right to education. The event featured an interactive discussion emphasizing DLSA's commitment to empowering the community through legal knowledge. The third Sora International 2024 will be held on September 21st in Sora, featuring categories such as 21K Elite Open, 21K Open and 10K races across various age groups, along with a 5K run for fun. The race will start at Lightsoplia Maukdok Bridge and finish at Nongske Tiang Falls Viewpoint, Mausmai. With a record 7,000 participants and 7 international athletes from Kenya, Ethiopia and Bangladesh, the event's budget stands at Rs 2 crore 3 lakhs. The event is organized by the Meghalaya Athletics Association, Meghalaya State Olympic Association and the state government's sports department and is sanctioned by the Athletics Federation of India. The Paris Paralympics 2024 wrapped up with a dazzling closing ceremony at the Stade de France, featuring a dynamic performance by 24 French electronic music artists and a set from the pioneer Jean-Michel Jarre, despite heavy rain. The event, attended by 4,400 athletes from 168 delegations, was hailed by International Paralympic Committee President Andrew Parsons as setting new standards for future games. Paris Mayor Anne Hidalgo handed the Paralympic flag to IPC President Parsons, who then passed it to Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass, marking the city's preparation to host the 2028 Paralympic Summer Games. India achieved a record performance with 29 medals, its best ever at the Games. Let's move on now to the weather report. The minimum temperature recorded today stands at 17.3 degrees Celsius and the maximum of 26.6 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity in the morning was 76% and relative humidity in the evening was 78%. Rainfall was recorded at 0.5 millimeter. Forecast for tomorrow is light to moderate rainfall and thunder shower very likely to occur at many places. Before we wrap up, let's have a look at the headlines once again. Prime Minister Modi hosts UAE Crown Prince Sheikh Khaled in New Delhi. Government to take action on Meghalaya's literacy challenge. Health Ministry reports suspected Mpox case, patient stable and isolated. Minister Paul Lindo unveils mural celebrating Meghalaya's culture. And Khasi Tourist Taxi Association protests over government neglect. And that's all we have for today. Join us for another edition tomorrow. Have a good night.